Phil's out. No, he's gone. No, it's too much. Hey, good morning. Look at this fantastic view we've got out here. Tärnskär. I never knew that it would be such an amazing place, actually. Nice big flat rocks and plenty of places to explore. But there's a lot of snakes on the island, so I have to keep Ollie very close to me, actually. Ollie, come here. Come on. Come here. Just in case, you know, because it would really be a bit of a disaster if he got bitten and we had to get to a vet pretty quickly and whatever. But once again, you know, the winds are shifting. I mean, this summer hasn't actually been the warmest summer, to be honest, and the winds have been all over the place, you know. In the day it can be blowing south, and then in the night it switches round to north, so you're limited on spots, you know, for a sheltered area. I mean, it's okay if the winds are very light. Even last night, actually, I took out the anchor a bit further because we had little scope out, to be honest. We had 16 meters out of the back, out of the stern, and it just wasn't enough, you know. And the reason for that was because people were anchored in all sort of different directions. So I took it out to about 25 meters because I knew that this morning the wind would shift around from sort of a northerly direction, but it wasn't that strong. But still, it's better to be safe than sorry, right? What more to say? I'm just going to enjoy the walk with Ollie this morning, and he's already too far away, so I've got to go and get him. And that's out towards the southeast. Beautiful view out to sea. And there's even some smaller, flatter islands out there as well, you know, you can explore and go on, if the weather holds. Dinghy ride today through Tärnskär. Stunning day to do this. The winds aren't too strong, the sun's out. Ollie's just comfortable in the back. Perfectly dry dinghy we've got here. Nothing wrong with this. Is he getting in that boat? We've arrived on an island somewhere, and it looks pretty nice and flat and quite beautiful. Go for a little explore and a picnic here. Nice. Hey Stella. Ollie, what are you doing in there? This is a place called Tärnskär. Very flat, very long. There's a lot of people here today. It looks like a scene from England or something. I don't know, it just reminds me of the UK a little bit. Down in Cornwall maybe. Making camp, guys. Tärnskär. Sounds Scottish. Tärn. Maybe Irish. As soon as Ollie gets to the beach, that's it. It's digging time. Yeah. Watch yourself behind him, Stella. He'll just throw sand at you. There's no prisoners in this game.
No, he's just thinking it's fun. He doesn't know why he does it.
Some of the most beautiful Swedish coastline I've ever seen. It's just fantastic. There's a lot of people here as well, and like I said before, it reminds me a lot of the UK, where there's just these small bays where people bathe and bury each other with sand and things like that, you know, and just generally have a good day at the beach. Perfect little dinghy ride. What a great day we've had here. And when you come back, you know, if we were in the UK right now, the dinghy would either be hundreds of meters away from the water or it would be gone. But in Sweden, the dinghy is pretty much where you left it. Unless someone steals it, obviously, but that's not so common out here. 6 horsepower versus 10. Come on! Come on! We came up with the awesome idea actually of switching the engines and putting the Tohatsu 9.8 on the Tärnskär 300 here. And we're going to see how well it goes, you know, because as you know, my little 2.4 meter Honwave isn't the best actually for this size engine, especially when you put a few people in. So just with me it's not a fair test, you know, it's better with 3 people, but I'm quite confident with the length and everything of this that it would plane with 2.5, 3 people in, something like that. So we're going to give it a go. I've already noticed actually on the way out of the channel here that you do get sprayed quite a lot with this because there is no spray rail or anything like that. So when you're planing, be prepared to get a little bit wet, and it's an open back also, so the engine will spray a little bit upwards, but from what I've seen so far, this is a lot of fun actually, to be honest. It's very light, and when it's planing, it planes very fast and it almost feels like it wants to fly out of the water, and you can slide it around a bit. Let's have some fun. Let's see. Very light. It's about 18, 19 knots, I guess. Got the kill cord on. Essential if you're on your own. You don't want the dinghy going off without you if you fall off. Should be wearing a life jacket, to be honest. But it's a very calm day. So this planes very easily. But this thing feels like one of the Zap cats, you know, that really want to fly with like 50 horsepower on the back. This is really coming out the water quite a lot. It's probably the fastest I've been in a dinghy with this engine on, for sure. It really goes. Woo! We had an amazing couple of days at Tärnskär. This place is definitely on our list to come back to, but the weather needs to be right and the wind needs to be calm. While I was reversing back here, I made a little mistake actually, and with the boat moving backwards I let go of the wheel while using a touch of bow thruster, and that shifted the rudder from one position to another and slammed it over to the other side, making me think that we'd ran aground. If you're ever reversing a sailing boat, always keep a firm grip of the steering wheel or the tiller, otherwise if it slams across like this it can cause damage to the steering gear. As the winds were getting up, we chose a place in the south to take some refuge. We set course for Fjärdlång. I can't remember what the wind speed was now, but it was enough to take a reef, so I'm guessing it's around 18 knots or somewhere thereabouts. Now with the slab reefing system, taking a reef is actually pretty easy. You would just take the mainsail all the way up and just pull the reef down, or you can even pull the reef into the sail as you're raising it. So with the in-mast furling system, to take a reef in that one, it's a little more tricky actually, and the first step to do this is to start pulling the sail out. And then you can see Tanya is ready with the endless line there, so when the sail is out at just the right position, she'll pull that endless furling line there, and that will lock the sail in that position. It will basically tighten the rope on the winch on the mast so the sail can't come out any further. And just to make doubly sure that no more sail will come out of the mast, I'll walk up to the mast and lock the furling winch from free to ratchet mode, meaning that it can only wind one way and no more sail can come out. There is one thing that you need to be aware of though, is that when you've locked that sail in that position, with the pressure of the wind on the sail, you can actually tighten the furl inside the mast, meaning that slightly more mainsail will actually pull out, and you may need to tighten the outhaul a little more. Looks like a cool place with quite high cliffs around it, and we're just going to go into this channel moving forward. Looks like there could be some protected place in here. It's getting fairly windy out there now. Welcome to Fjärdlång. It's another beautiful place. Very sheltered from this quite blustery southerly wind at the moment. And you may have noticed us on the way in, and actually maybe a few videos earlier, using these microphones between us, or transceivers between us rather. They're made by a company called Senna, and it's called the Senna Expand, and then there's the Senna Expand Boom also, but I don't think you need the Boom one particularly. This one seems to be working really well actually. They work up to 900 meters away apparently, so yeah, it's making a huge difference when we're anchoring, and when we just want to talk to each other and whatever, we can just talk normally and we can hear each other, and there's no shouting and no miscommunication, because sometimes, you know, when we're coming in, Tanya means well and she means to talk to me, but sometimes she talks at the trees rather than back at me on the boat, so I can't hear anything back here, and the engine is making some noise and everything. So these, like I say, they make a huge difference, and they're not cheap. They're probably about 150 euros each or something. But it's actually well worth the investment. I mean, especially if it avoids like some kind of smash or something, then they've paid for themselves immediately. So yeah, it calms things down a lot, that's for sure. But there's also here there's a lot of jellyfish in the water. But right now I'm just going to jump in the water and actually take a look at the bottom of this rudder, because I'm pretty sure we hit something with the bottom of the rudder, and I'm a little bit worried about it, so I'm just going to go down right now. These jellyfish don't sting, so I'm not that worried. But the water's, it's a bit murky in here, but, you know, it's got to be done. Well, the rudder seems pretty fine. Just got to go down one more time to check again, but it's all in one piece down there, no marks or anything, so perhaps it just kicked across and I didn't hold the wheel hard enough. Hello, Ollie. Yes. Are you happy that I'm back? I'm back, Ollie. You don't quite trust me, do you? You think I'm going to throw you in the water. Come on, come here, come here. Yep. Definitely no trust. Soon after, we were on our way out for a walk, and let me tell you, there were many beautiful trails on Fjärdlång to go and explore, and nice facilities as well, aka toilets. And when you've hiked up to the top of the hill, there's a spectacular view to go and look at.
We were walking on a trail, but then Chris took over, and now we're lost. Chris, what did you do to the trail?
The trail has changed.
Amazing. Might be blueberry pancakes for breakfast tomorrow.
Such a peaceful anchorage in here. Really, really nice. Can't complain with this place. Probably going to be a lot of mosquitoes here tonight though. Good hike today.
We are not done.
We need to go to the kiosk. Look at this trail of green. It's totally awesome actually.
I think there might be four-legged sweaters in here.
Yeah, this is totally a scene out of Jurassic Park where some raptors are going to come and ambush us and T-Rex is going to come running straight down here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can see that coming.
I can see it coming.
We're still out and exploring, and we found this really nice big field. Ollie loves to run and chase Chris and fetch a stick. They actually have quite a selection of both groceries, but also like a small menu for a calf, and apparently the most expensive drinks.
We paid what, 17 euros for a actually it's a proper Mariestad and a Summersby cider. So it's not cheap, but yeah, it's convenient, so gotta pay for convenience sometimes. Look at this, honey, it's like a super old telephone box. It must be a brand new dock out here.
This is amazing. This is really nice.
A new dock built on the old dock. See, these are proper trolleys. What my marina trolley should be like. Super practical, big wheels, don't make a lot of noise going down the dock. Be perfect. Take note, Svenninga.
So Ollie tired himself completely out.
Yeah.
And now more or less refuses to walk, and we need to get back to the boat. So
Tired dog.
So it's carrying. Oh.
Now you've seen them. Guys, there's definitely something about making a barbecue with coals. Like, it feels like you're doing something, or it feels kind of nice to make some fire to cook on, you know? Just something special about it. I can't explain it, but maybe the taste is better also, but you know. Jesus Christ, guys. Look at that. That's probably at least 8 minutes aside, I think. It's pretty thick. 8 or 9 minutes. Don't have a thermometer, so we're just gonna have to do this one by feel and sense. Usually it works out. What a beauty. This is beautiful.
What did you forget?